Hello everyone, welcome to CommerceNet Scholars. I hope you all are perfectly fit and fine and you are being regular with the studies. Today's video will be discussing a very important topic of human resource management, that is compensation and benefits that are available to the employees in an organization. Now whenever we are working in an organization as an employee, it is but obvious that we are working there to earn our basic livelihood, and that basic livelihood is usually in the form of salary that we are getting. Now apart from this salary, we might receive some extra benefits in the form of bonus, some health facilities, or some fringe benefits that are available to the employees in an organization. So all that we'll be discussing today. What are the different criteria based on which an employee in the organization would be getting these benefits. Along with that, today we'll also discuss the different types of incentive plans that are available to an organization to rank the employees accordingly and provide them with compensation or payment. So let's start with today's video, but as you all know, a reminder for you all, do watch the video till the end. Give it a like if you like the video, share it with your friends as much as possible, and subscribe the channel if you haven't subscribed yet, and press the bell icon along to get all the notifications on time. Let's proceed with today's first topic, wherein we'll be studying about wage and salary administration. Now under this topic, we need to understand that what are the different terms that are used to actually describe about the payment that a person is getting in an organization. The first term we usually use is wage. Now wages are payable on hourly, weekly और fortnightly basis. Usually जब हम wage की बात करेंगे तो it is paid to the lower level of the employees, wherein we generally have the laborers, the workers we have appointed to work on a particular machine or equipment or involved in the construction purpose. All that class would be paid on hourly, weekly and fortnightly basis, and the payment that they'll be getting will be considered as a wage. Next term we have as salary. Salary is usually payable on monthly or annual basis, that is payable to the employees working in an organization. नेक्स्ट वी हैव मिनिमम वेज. मिनिमम वेज का सिंपल सा मतलब है कि बेसिक उतना अमाउंट तो आपको किसी भी एम्प्लॉय को पे करना ही है जितना कि उसके सर्वाइवल के लिए इम्पोर्टेंट है. इट शुड नॉट बी लेस देन दैट, एंड इट इज फिक्स्ड अकॉर्डिंग टू द provisions of Minimum Wages Act 1948. This is not decided by the organizations on their behalf. It is fixed as per this particular act, and it has to be paid by the organizations to its workers or employees. Next we have fair wage. It lies between the minimum wage that is fixed and the living wage, that is the highest form of remuneration that an organization would pay to its employees. तो ये उन दोनों के बीच में आता है. लिविंग वेज की अगर बात करें तो क्योंकि ये हाईएस्ट अमाउंट ऑफ रेम्यूनरेशन है, तो इट विल नॉट ओनली इंक्लूड योर सैलरी बट ऑल द extra benefits that an employee would receive in an organization based on his performance in the organization. So this was all about wage and salary administration. Let's proceed to the next topic, that is methods of wage payment. जो wage मिल रहा है किसी भी worker को, किसी भी laborer को, वो किस basis पे मिलता है, that we are going to understand. There are two different methods. First is time wage system and the second one is piece wage system. As far as time wage system is concerned, it is paid on the basis of the time taken by an employee, but the time taken by based on the basis of the time taken by a worker in an organization to complete a particular task. Next we have piece wage system, wherein the worker will be paid on the basis of the amount of work done in an organization, not on the basis of the time he has taken to complete that particular task. I hope it's clear. Next we proceed to the types of incentive plans. This is very, very important. You need to understand them clearly. First is individual incentive plans. As far as individual incentive plans are concerned, we are going to assess the individual performance of an employee. What is his particular capability, efficiency and effectiveness while performing a particular task. Next we have group incentive plans, wherein we will be assessing the performance of the team members of a particular group and then the payment will be decided accordingly. Next we have organizational incentive plans, wherein we'll be assessing the performance, we'll be assessing the progress or success of the organization, and only then the employees in an organization will be benefited. Next we have fringe benefits, the extra benefits or the extra amount apart from the basic salary that the employees in an organization are receiving will be constituting your fringe benefits. Next we have workmen's compensation, that is fixed according to the Workmen's Compensation Act, and it will involve the amount payable if in case an employee is facing any accident, any injury while working in the organization or handling hazardous machines or equipments. And the last is health benefits, which is provided to almost all the factories and organization to protect the health of the employees in case they face any health issues, so they can have some financial support from the organization in which they are working. So I hope this is clear to you all. Individual incentive plans we need to discuss in detail, so let's start with them one by one. First is Taylor's differential piece rate system, wherein the employees, the category of employees was divided into two parts, one with lower output and the one with higher output, and accordingly they were paid. The ones who were providing lower output were paid a lower amount, and the ones who were providing with higher output were provided with higher amount. Next we had Merrick's differential piece rate system, which followed the following method to pay the employees. As far as ordinary piece rate system was concerned, it was paid 83% of standard output. As far as 110% of ordinary rate was concerned, they were paid 83% to 100%. And as far as 120% of ordinary rate is concerned, it was provided when the employees achieved above 100%, right? So this was the criteria on the basis of which they were paid. You need to clearly understand and remember these individual incentive plans, because they usually come in the examination in the form of match the following or arrange them in order, some way like that. Okay. So next we have Gantt task and bonus plan. Now this is the criteria as per which it is paid. The output below standard is provided on the basis of time taken to complete that particular work. It is guaranteed that this much amount will be paid. Now output that is at the standard is paid as per the wage of time rate plus a bonus of 20%, and the output above standard is paid high piece rate on workers output, depending upon how much the worker has achieved above the standard. So it keeps on increasing. Next we have Barth variable sharing plan. The formula for this is under root standard time into actual time taken into hourly rate. Now this we can understand with an example. जैसे मान लो हमारा standard time हमने जो लिया वो है 8 hours, ठीक है, और actual time जो employee ने लिया है वो है 10 hours, ठीक, और जो hourly rate है हमारा that is ₹2. Now what are we going to do is under root 8 into 10 into 2. This would give you somewhere around ₹17.88. तो ये तरीका हो गया आपका इस मेथड के अकॉर्डिंग टोटल अर्निंग्स निकालने का फॉर द एम्प्लॉय. मूविंग टू द नेक्स्ट वन, Halsey plan. Now this will be providing you a guaranteed wage along with a bonus. Now guaranteed wage is the time taken into rate per hour, and the bonus will be the 50% of the time saved into rate per hour. For this also we can have an example. For example, मान लो standard time जो हमने लिया वो है 8 hours, actual time taken that is 6 hours. After that if you are talking about the rate that is ₹2. तो पहले हम guaranteed wages की बात कर लेते हैं. तो guaranteed wages the formula is time taken into rate per hour, that is time taken is 6, rate per hour is 2. तो यानी कि ये हो गया हमारा 12, right? So this becomes 12. guaranteed wages. We'll write here 12 is the guaranteed wages. अब बोनस की बात कर लेते हैं. 50% of time saved. 50% of time saved यानी कि स्टैंडर्ड टाइम था हमारा 8 आवर्स, एक्चुअल टाइम लिया था हमने 6 आवर्स, तो टाइम सेव कितना हुआ 2 आवर्स. तो 50% of time saved, 50% of 2 would give you 1 into hour per rate, that would give you 2, right? So when we add this, we'll be getting rupees 14. That is the amount payable as per Halsey plan, right? Now moving to the next one, that is Rowan plan. Now for this we have the bonus amount as time saved into time taken upon time allowed. Time allowed, that is standard time. और उसके बाद total earnings में we'll have time taken into hourly rate plus bonus. Again we'll have the example. We'll have the same example and we can solve this as well when we'll take standard time as 8 hours, time taken as 6 hours and rate rupees 2 per hour. So I hope this all is clear to you all. As far as today's video is concerned, all the topics are clear to you all. Next topic in the next video. Till then, take care. Thank you.